Good morning, warm welcome to your decoding of the Economic Times newspaper. I am Priyanka Bhatia from Women on Wealth, and today we are going to decode the first news which is in the ET Markets paper, and it is on index funds that you can invest in. So that's one particular article that we are going to decode together. And before we decode this article, let me share a bit about index mutual funds. While I've already explained to you what index funds are many times in the Investment Mastery series, I'm taking this privilege yet again to explain to you what are index funds. So index funds are passively managed funds. There is no active mutual fund manager who is around. So because there is no active mutual fund manager, also the portfolio is basically copying what the index portfolio is. So stock market indices are, say, Nifty 50, Sensex. So these are some of the index that exist, and whenever a fund is copying the index, which means it copies the kind of stocks that the index has in its portfolio, and it has the exact asset allocation. That's the index funds. And especially in the US, index funds are very, very popular because even Warren Buffett is recommending that investors should go for index mutual funds in the US because actively managed mutual funds are not generating as much return to beat the index. So today we're going to talk about index funds and what the newspaper is saying you could invest in and why. So that's what the decoding is about, and if you're around, please acknowledge your presence. Hey Rohini, welcome, good morning. What about others who all are around? Please acknowledge your presence. Okay, anybody here? Is my internet working fine? I trust that, okay? Okay, so I am reading the first paragraph. And it says mutual funds are launching passively managed schemes like index and exchange traded funds to tap the growing demand for these products. So just because we are hearing a lot of news on how actively managed funds in the US and other countries are not generating returns, the euphoria is also seen in the Indian market, though our actively managed funds are right now generating returns. So it shouldn't be a problem, but still there is euphoria which is seen, and because of which many passively managed funds are launched in India. Exchange traded funds, index funds are some of the categories. While these schemes are low cost, good for investors to make a beginning in the world of investments. So it's saying these are low cost. Like I said earlier, there are no fund managers, there is no active management of stocks which needs to be done. The portfolio is not shuffled constantly. So what happens is it is good low cost product, and you can expect the returns which are generated by the index itself. So good for investors to make the beginning in the world of investments. I would say it is also fit for conservative investors who do not want to actively be involved in stock market or mutual fund investing. So if you are one of those conservative investors who doesn't want to remain really active in the equity markets, whether through direct stocks or equity mutual funds which are actively managed, then yes, these funds could be a good option. So financial planners are saying it is crucial to pick the right product. Well, we all know if we want to reach our financial goals, we want to reach financial freedom or any early retirement, anything, one of the critical things is investing in the right investment instrument. So in order to be doing that, how do we pick the index funds? So that's one of the methods that the ET newspaper is showing today. So ET takes a look at 4 index funds that financial planners feel investors should consider for their equity portfolio. So now I'm going to talk about the 4 index funds that the newspaper is talking about today. And before I do that, let's welcome our people. Hey Sheetal, Kanika, Sangeeta, Tanya, good morning. Hey Ridhima, good morning. Warm welcome everyone. So let's begin. Hey Preeti, good morning. The first fund, index fund, which is being talked about today is the Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund. If you guys want to write the name of the fund, you are welcome to. Please take notes, learn how it suits you best. Hey Bhagya, welcome. So Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund. The asset under management, the total assets, the total funds in this index fund are 80 crores. The expense ratio is 0.10%, which means this is the expense which gets cut from the returns or not returns that you generate. Okay. The top 5 holdings are HDFC Bank, Reliance, HDFC, Infosys, ICICI Bank. Now this clearly tells you it's a large cap. Yeah, it's a large cap index fund. Most likely it is the Nifty 50. Yeah, because the name is saying Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund. So the 1 year returns are 46.63% and 3 year returns are not available, which means this is a fairly new index fund. So financial planners believe investors look for a low cost index. They could consider the Nifty 50 index fund. Nifty 50, we all know, are the top 50 companies in our country. Nifty 50 is one of the top index in the National Stock Exchange. So 50 companies like the ones which are mentioned, HDFC, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Reliance Industries, Infosys, these are all among the top 50 companies. So it is saying Nifty 50 is made up of top 50 stocks in the Indian market, filtered by their free float market capitalization, liquidity and other parameters. It ensures that your money is invested in top 50 companies of the country. It evaluates the performance of 50 blue chip stocks, the most reliable and liquid among Indian securities. It works well for investors wanting market exposure at a relatively cheaper cost. So if you are a new person, new investor, you want to enter the market, lower risk you want to take, lower is your cost that you want to pay, then this could be a good idea. I mean, index funds could be a good idea. I am not recommending any of these index funds. These are just mentioned in the newspapers and you need to learn how to study it and then invest in it. So it works well for investors wanting market exposure at a relatively cheaper cost and looking to eliminate fund manager bias. Investors with a time horizon of 5 years and above can use the SIP route for exposure to this fund. So what are you guys understanding? Though the information here is really limited, it's not enough to make a decision on Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund. Okay, but with whatever information that we've received till now, what have you guys gotten? Please start typing. What have you learned about the Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund? And then we'll move to the second fund. My intention is we will cover all the 4 funds. Hey Sonika, Shelly, good morning guys. So start typing. What did you learn about the Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund? Like I'm saying, this is insufficient information to make a decision on investment, but still we are looking at what we got as a mere base. And one of the learnings that I have is that just reading Economic Times and looking at all the tips they are giving and just reading the information and then picking an investment is insufficient information. So that's not how an investment decision can be taken. Pavitra, exposure to equity mutual funds is there but at a low cost. It's a not actively managed fund. Okay, Namita is saying it's relatively new, so cannot be judged. Rohini is saying the same thing. There is limited historical data. Brilliant, guys. So don't come from our study of the Manijam course, okay? Because yes, if you come from the study of the Manijam course, you will start looking at the gaps which exist here. But with whatever information we are getting, what are you learning? Rupal index funds better when you are entering the market. Yeah, and if you do not have the risk appetite, you also don't want to learn much about active investments. Sangeeta, it's a large cap, follows Nifty 50, it's a relatively new fund. Brilliant. Motilal Oswal, Nifty Index Fund, it's a large cap fund, 3-year returns are not available. Preeti, newer fund, long-term results unknown, yes the expense ratio is lower, it's a large cap fund. Awesome. Sangeeta is asking, is the index fund slightly lower than index? What is slightly lower? You mean the returns, Sangeeta? Okay, type in the question right. The question seems incomplete. Sheetal, safer because it is investing in large cap? High liquidity? Yes. So there is high liquidity which is possible because most of the companies are real big companies, blue chip companies. Okay, coming to the second fund now. DSP Nifty Next 50 Fund. Okay, I'm repeating the name. DSP Nifty Next 50 Fund. The expense ratio here is higher. It is 0.27%. So 0.27% is the expense ratio. This is a larger fund when compared to Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund because it is saying assets under management are 119 crore. Top 5 holdings, because it's already saying in its name Nifty Next 50. So it's not the top 50 companies, it's the next 50 companies. So they are talking about holdings like top 5 holdings like Adani Enterprise, Info Edge, Apollo Hospitals, Avenue Supermarts, Adani Green Energy. 3-year returns not available. 1-year return is 44.43%. So it's little lower than what Motilal Oswal is doing. Okay. Analysts believe the Nifty Next 50 is a well-diversified portfolio of 50 companies with broader sector diversification. I love this. Broader sector diversification. Right now, the bull run that you're noticing in the market is also broader sector diversification. Many sectors are doing well. Many companies in different sectors are doing well. It's not a very concentrated bull run. So it's more diversified. Lower exposure is there to financials. Okay, and I know that financial sector, we've been saying this in the Money Gym program, we've been often talking about this, that financial sector is one sector which is doing extremely well. And here it's saying that financials, there is lower exposure to financials. Top 10 stocks of Nifty Next 50 comprise of 32.52% of the index, while the top 10 stocks comprise for 60% of the portfolio. So this informs me that there is far more concentrated portfolio here. So this becomes a little worthy of looking into if you're really wanting, that next 50 exposure. Analysts believe this helps the portfolio due to higher diversification, lesser cyclical stocks compared to other large indices. This increases the prospects of more consistent returns despite periods of market volatility. So that's about DSP Nifty Next 50 Fund. Moving on, guys. Nippon India Mid Cap 150 Index Fund. I'm repeating the name. Nippon India Mid Cap 150 Index Fund. The expense ratio is 0.20. Assets under management 124 crore, so even a bigger fund. Top 5 holdings: Adani Total Gas, Laurus Labs, Shriram Transport, Crompton Greaves, Voltas. 1 year and 3 year returns both are not available. A fairly diversified portfolio with a long tail, the top 10 stocks account for a mere 15.77%. Big downside. People who have done the Money Gym program will understand why this is such a big downside. Top 10 holdings, just a mere 15.77% holding. No stock exceeding 2% allocation. Completely diversified. There is no concentration whatsoever. I get that there are 150 stocks, and that's the problem when you have a portfolio which is this large. And this is why I keep repeating in the Money Gym program as well as in the stocks course, do not go overboard in diversification. If you go overboard in diversification, your asset allocation will take a hit, and that will hit your returns. And this is exactly what is happening in this fund. And I don't know on what basis Economic Times is recommending these funds. For me, these are a complete no-no. Analysts believe this is a good allocation for investors who want to capture returns in the mid-cap space without fund manager bias. With many mid-cap funds underperforming in the last couple of years, analysts say this could be worth a try for investors who want an exposure to mid-cap funds in their portfolio, but do not want to rely on fund managers' skills for alpha generation. Well, I don't pretty much agree with the financial analysts here and what Economic Times is reporting here. For all the people who know a little deep dive into the world of mutual fund selection, women like you and me who've done the stocks course, who've done the Money Gym program, we know what we're talking about. I don't agree with this information. Last, Motilal Oswal Nasdaq 100 FOF. Okay. Motilal Oswal Nasdaq 100 FOF. Expense ratio here is 0.10%. So expense ratio is really lower. And that is also a trend with most Motilal funds. Assets under management is a whooping 3,027 crore. That's the kind of fund. Among all the funds today that we've spoken about, this is a very large fund. The top 5 holdings are Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Facebook. And well, you and I know that there are some funds which are already giving us exposure in these investments and giving us great returns without being fund of funds. Okay? When you are saying fund of funds, then actually the return is further lower because expense ratio is charged by funds, and then because this is fund of fund, an additional expense ratio is there. So this 0.10% is an additional expense. Okay? 1 year returns 31.98%, 3 year returns are 29.09%. Not attractive. Let me read further. A fund meant for investors looking to diversify overseas with a high risk appetite. The portfolio primarily consists of top US technology giants listed on the Nasdaq. With these companies not available in the Indian universe, investment advisors say it is a good diversification. While there are other funds which also bet on these US technology giants, this is probably the cheapest of them all. What are you guys understanding? So we have spoken about 4 kind of index funds. One is the Motilal Oswal Nifty Index Fund. Another one is the DSP Nifty Next 50 Fund. Third is Nippon India Mid Cap 150 Index Fund. Fourth one, Motilal Oswal Nasdaq 100 FOF. Okay, meanwhile start typing, guys. What are you learning? What are you understanding? So is the index fund return slightly lower than the index or exactly the index? So there can be a little lower return or a little higher than the index, but the intention is to reduce, okay, the variation as much as possible and generate similar returns. That's for you, Sangeeta. Okay, if they're not managing actively, then why an expense ratio? Because it still costs, right? It still costs money. To manage an office, to run an investment, everything costs money. Pavitra. Okay? It's not possible for people to not make money and keep offering services, right? It just is not possible. Sheetal, expense ratio isn't only fee for the fund manager but other administrative costs plus the fund manager has a role to play, just not actively need to select the stocks. Brilliant answer for Pavitra. Sheetal. Ridhima, not a big fan of mutual funds. However, your preference is for actively managed funds than passively managed. Got that. Preeti is saying this is an additional cost because this is a fund of funds. Absolutely. Kanika, you agree with Ridhima? You good to have this knowledge. Yes. I mean, look at it, guys. Go back to the old days when you had not done the Money Gym program. And then, had you seen this and read this, would you have gotten what I am saying? Okay? Would you have analyzed the way we are analyzing together right now? I would like some of you to respond to that. Because sometimes we, forget how the knowledge that we have gathered, we are actually using it ongoingly. So it's a skill built for life. Sonika, index funds could be a choice for people who can't study on their own. I don't think so. Even if you can't study on your own, Sonika, I mean, we need to see the kind of stocks, the kind of diversification, the kind of money which is allocated to each stock. It just can't be, even index funds can't be just chosen without really studying. I think it will be a mistake yet again. I mean, of course, you will make money, but is the goal just making money, or is the goal really taking charge of your finances and really understanding what you're doing? Sheetal, for stability's sake, you would like to look at the returns beyond 5 years. Sure. Ridhima, for exposure in the international stocks, you would like to do a comparative study of Motilal 100 Nasdaq with other mutual funds with international exposure. Go for it, Ridhima. Absolutely. Kanika is joining you. You guys can pair up. Absolutely. Sonika, without the Women on Wealth knowledge, I would have invested blindly in these mutual funds, to be honest. Yes. And that's how skill building helps. Sonika, thanks for sharing that. Sheetal, I would not have come to such a life 7 years ago. I would have run away saying it's not for me. Yeah, and I don't know how many women are right now running away listening to this live. I am grateful for all the learning I've received and continue to receive from my community here. Absolute heartfelt gratitude. Thank you for that, Sheetal. Same story for you too, Kanika. Got that. Preeti is saying, not at all. Every offer looks so good on paper. You need the knowledge to read between the lines. And this is what we did, right, today? And this is all because of the Women on Wealth courses. Thank you so much. Thank you, Preeti, because, I really want you guys to get present to how we can now judge that these investments are not for us. Okay, just because it's in the prime page of a very well-known newspaper doesn't mean it's a great investment to make. Ridhima, Money Gym is a great program and the Inner Circle studies have been a tremendous help in making logical decisions regarding investments. Thank you so much, Ridhima. Got that. Sangeeta, even if Warren Buffett says go for index funds or ETFs, Still for Indian scenario, the index funds or ETFs are not yet attractive because yes, there is alpha which is getting generated in our actively managed funds. Okay, Ridhima is giving a +1 to Kanika and Sheetal. Pavitra, 5 weeks ago, I would not have sat through and heard you and understood you. Thanks to Manijam. Got that, Pavitra? And this is what it takes. Look at it. Just 5 weeks to alter your financial destiny. Brilliant, guys. So what is everybody taking away? Please start typing one quick liner. Tanya, without the Money Gym course, I would not even understand anything. But now I even know where to research and analyze for my own self. Brilliant, Tanya. And isn't independence so empowering? Because we keep talking about women empowerment without really talking about how to enable them with finances. And actually, I think true empowerment starts here. Right? When we can go and analyze for ourselves, I don't have to fall for whatever is written. I can really go judge, think through and then invest. I think that's power. Okay. There's a lot of love coming in for Pavitra, Tanya. I love that. Knowledge is empowering. This is what Kanika is taking away. Index funds are not for me right now. Got that, Preeti. Tanya is saying 100%. Brilliant. What else, guys? What are we taking away? Knowledge, studying and implementing is the key. Brilliant. And we are an implementation community, isn't it? I mean, look at how practical our courses are. And theory is the most easiest to distribute. Sheetal, independent women have the independence to seek support. Brilliant. We are better together, isn't it? Ridhima, empower yourself with financial knowledge. Brilliant. Pavitra, read Economic Times but study deeper to take the decisions. Yes. Do not fall for what is recommended. That's not the way forward. Brilliant. On this, guys, on this note, guys, closing the live. Thank you so much for participating, taking value for your own money life and making that 1% improvement today. Before I close, can I invite women to share this video? Because who knows, somebody might hear your review of the Money Gym program and decide to join. Who is sharing? Type in me if you are sharing. Type in shared if you have shared. Sheetal, you just became a tad bit more intelligent through today's live session. I'm glad. Sangeeta, you're saying I made your day. Privilege to be doing that. Pavitra, 1%. Sheetal, Preeti have shared the video. Who else is jumping in? To share, spread the word, because who knows, we may impact yet another woman the way we got impacted one day. Look at it. Had you not, come across this work, you wouldn't be sitting here being the financially intelligent woman that you are. Got that? Pavitra, you're sharing. I'm waiting for everybody to jump in. Jump in for the mission and the growth of the mission. Who else is sharing? I want many to participate. Got that, Kanika? Bhagya, awesome. Bhagya, I want every woman from Bangalore and your village in Karnataka to come in. Okay? I think we all owe it to the community. Ridhima, Tanya, thank you guys for sharing. What an absolute privilege having each one of you as a champion for this mission of financial education for women. Closing the live. Thank you so much for participating. Take charge and keep coming. I come back live on Tuesday now for the decoding of the ET Wealth newspaper. Take charge.